Another end of an era is coming for Harrison Ford. In the latter half of the 2010s, we watched him make his final appearances as Han Solo in Star Wars, The Force Awakens and Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker, respectively, and next year, Indiana Jones 5 will deliver the expected finale for his run as the adventuring archaeologist. Producer Frank Marshall recently carved out some time to hype the upcoming movie, but it resulted in him being roasted by ALF. Yes, that ALF. Indiana Jones 5 is slated for June 30, 2023, so to commemorate 1 year to go until its release in theaters, Frank Marshall, who's been involved with the Indiana Jones franchise since the beginning, tweeted a picture of Indy's iconic fedora. Here's what ALF, or rather, the verified Twitter account representing the beloved character who led his own sitcom from 1986 to 1990, had to say. Ouch. That's a solid burn, though now I'm curious what ALF thinks about the Indiana Jones franchise as a whole. Is he just not a fan in general, or was the alien from the planet Melmac, who's also known as Gordon Shumway, disappointed by what he saw in 2008's Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull? That is arguably the most polarizing entry in the Harrison Ford-led film series, so is ALF concerned that Indiana Jones 5 will perform similarly? I'm giving this way too much thought, aren't I? Quite frankly, there's still a lot we don't know about what Indiana Jones 5 holds in store, so I don't blame the people who didn't like Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull being skeptical. Still, Frank Marshall said in June that this is a great story, and that he thinks people will be very happy with this movie. I'd be remiss if I also didn't mention that Indiana Jones 5 might end up being the last movie that John Williams scores. If that ends up happening, that's certainly a big way for this flick to stand out from its predecessors, and on top of Steven Spielberg not sitting in the director's chair and James Mangold inheriting helming duties. While the public remains lacking in Indiana Jones 5 story details, something that's not mysterious is the movie's lineup of actors, although none of their characters have been officially identified yet. Harrison Ford is joined in the Indiana Jones 5 cast by Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Mads Mikkelsen, Thomas Kretschmann, Boyd Holbrook, Shawnette Renee Wilson, Toby Jones, Antonio Banderas, and Olivier Richiers. The movie began principal photography in June 2021 and wrapped this past February. Once again, Indiana Jones 5 will arrive at the end of next June, and is among the most highly profile 2023 movie releases. For those of you in the mood to watch ALF after reading this story, the TV show can be streamed with an Amazon Prime subscription.